To all the non-believers, I'm making non.
What's up, y'all? This is Jay Varsity. Another week, another episode of NBA Talk. This is episode 78, and we got quite a few things to cover. Starting with the Lakers' win streak ending last night, and just to get to the chase with that, I know there's gonna be criticism of the Lakers ending their win streak last night. And they were playing the defending champions, the Toronto Raptors, and quite frankly, it wasn't a pretty game for the Lakers. It wasn't a nice game for the Lakers. They were missing a lot of open shots. LeBron was being pressured a lot. They were playing really good defense. They were pressuring LeBron a lot with the ball every time he brought the ball up, and a lot of people, including myself, were not giving Toronto the respect that they deserve. I mean, they're the defending champions, and quite frankly, they've been playing like it. So again, I'm going to apologize for sleeping on Toronto, because as soon as Kawhi left, we all just overlooked them, saying that they weren't going to be elite. They didn't have Kyle Lowry or Serge Ibaka at that last night, but still they applied good pressure, good defense, and they just overall made shots, and the Lakers didn't. The Lakers aren't going to win every game, so I know this loss is going to get blown out of proportion like no tomorrow. And I bet you the headline is going to be about LeBron and Anthony Davis. So I just won't be surprised. Just don't believe the mainstream media when they blow stuff out of proportion. If you watch the games yourself, you know what your opinion is. If you think that the Lakers got destroyed, then that's your opinion. If you think that it was LeBron and Anthony Davis that cost them the game, then that's your opinion. But don't try to develop an opinion just based off of what you hear from mainstream media, because even the mainstream media don't know what the heck they're talking about sometimes. It's like sometimes they just come out with some ridiculous statement just to get a headline, or just to get people to click on the video on YouTube. But yes, that this loss will get blown out of proportion because of the fact that they're gonna say, oh, the Lakers lost to the Raptors without Kyle Lowry, with no Serge Ibaka, Kawhi's not there, no Danny Green, even though we clearly know they're not on the team anymore. It was just a case of the Lakers missed shots, the Raptors played good defense, and the Lakers got pressured when push came to shove, and it was a close game. It's not like they got blown out. It was they ended up losing by 9 because the Raptors followed up with free throws and everything. But Pascal Siakam he's been balling. Pascal Siakam has been a monster so far, and I've been impressed so far with this guy. He's taking on that leadership role. He knows he's got to be the first option, and he's been embracing it. Whoever has been in charge of his development, you have done an amazing job with Pascal Siakam so far. LeBron James did end the night with 13 points, 13 rebounds, and 12 assists. He did get a little passive from time to time. He did get a little passive, and LeBron does tend to, whenever he gets hot offensively, that he takes himself out of rhythm by passing the ball too much. So that's my only criticism there. Anthony Davis had 25 points and I believe 2 blocks. So I'm not gonna. Oh no, I'm mistaken. LeBron had 15 assists, 13 points, and 13 rebounds. So I've been corrected. So I'm not gonna be overly skeptical about that. That game was close. Like I said, it was just a case of made shots and the the Raptors made shots and played good defense. I know it's corny, but it's like they say, it's a make or miss league. So there goes the criticism of that game. But to me, the surprise and I keep and it just so happens to be that how it's not exactly a surprise at this point because now it's like I'm actually getting impressed with every time they play is how well the Phoenix Suns have been playing. The Phoenix Suns have been very, very explosive on the offensive end, and Aaron Baines is thriving with his role so far in the starting lineup. Devin Booker has been an absolute scoring machine. Hell, Kelly Oubre has been explosive. Like you, this is probably the one team that people are probably saying, "Oh, we're gonna beat the crap out of them," and then they all of a sudden they're the ones beating the crap out of you. I know the Nets probably walked into Phoenix thinking that they were gonna get an easy win, and they didn't think that they were gonna just get smoked. So far, I believe the Phoenix Suns are 6-3 or 7-3, and they are playing. They're playing extremely good basketball right now. Devin Booker, Ricky Rubio, Aaron Baines, not Kevin, Kelly Oubre. Excuse me if I'm not knowing the rest of the roster, but so far whoever is coaching them is coaching a very good offense, and defensively they have been on point too. So, but yes, the Phoenix Suns. This is really starting to feel like the NBA from a while back. Because when was the last time the Phoenix Suns were ever good? The Phoenix Suns are good. The Lakers are good. The Celtics are on top of the East. It feels like we're in a time warp right now. It feels like we went back 10 years ago. Like, whoa, man. That's absolutely crazy. But yes, the Brooklyn Nets have been shaky so far, and I'm not gonna judge them so harshly this season. Again, I I can't be one to judge, but it's like you can't fully criticize this team. And to be fair, they don't have KD, and it's like it's just a Kyrie show. It's like this is more like a free season for the Brooklyn Nets. This is more like a free season. This is just more like Kyrie, do what you got to do, put on a show for the season, and let's see where let's see where it takes us. Let's see if it takes the Brooklyn Nets to the playoffs or something like that. Because so far, the way it's been looking, it hasn't been looking like that. But who knows? Maybe they end up going on a win streak some point somehow. But Kyrie has been playing some historic basketball. He has been. He's been an absolute bucket machine along as I mentioned with Devin Booker. Um, the surprise, and I'm actually impressed again with another player is Nikola Jokic and his confidence to take shots in the fourth quarter in the clutch. Like his confidence to me has risen. He's hitting back-to-back game winners, and the Denver Nuggets they've been shaky, but at the same time they're not just gonna be just putting their heads down because teams are actually knowing their game plans and all that. So the West is looking like how we thought it would look. It's competitive and intense. So far, I believe the Lakers are still on top. I don't know who. I believe the Lakers are only 7-2. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they're 7-2 after that loss. Yeah. And speaking of LA teams, I will. I'm gonna. I just want to make it clear, and I had to even think about it when I was bringing up when people were talking about this. The whole load management thing with Kawhi Leonard. Look, we don't know the truth when it comes to Kawhi Leonard, if he's healthy or not. But to me, if Kawhi Leonard has a knee injury, and the thing that rolls a red flag with me was he didn't play against the Bucks, but then he looked great against Portland. Well, he didn't shoot great, but he moved he looked like he was moving fine in the game against Portland. I'm not going to I'm not going to blow it out of proportion with saying, "Oh, Kawhi Leonard's faking an injury and all that." And look, if the guy is hurt, I think he would have clearly said he was hurt and he wouldn't play. Because we've seen him do that. I mean, look what he did in San Antonio. But I believe the Clippers staff knows what they got themselves into, and if their aspiration is to win a championship, you best believe you better have Kawhi Leonard healthy by playoff time. Like I think we saw what Kawhi Leonard did last year, and we know this guy is an absolute monster. Me personally, I love watching Kawhi Leonard play, but I know, and I've grown patient with it, and I know there's gonna be days where Kawhi Leonard's just not gonna play. And if it's for his own health, then go right on ahead, because I'd rather have the players healthy and care about their health than see what we saw in the NBA Finals with Kevin Durant, because that was just very sad to see. And speaking more of Clippers news, I believe Paul George's return has been delayed. He was supposed to come back in the game. They were trying to push him to come back in the game against the Raptors, but I believe he's going to return more on what was it, the next game when they play the Houston Rockets. And to me, that's going to be a good one. To me, that's going to be a good one. And I hope Kawhi is playing that game, because, or I believe it's just on back-to-backs. But the Clippers so far, they have been not quiet, but they've been playing some good ball. It's just they've been in a lot of close games lately. And clearly you can see that the Clippers are a completely different team when Kawhi doesn't play. And so far I believe they're 0-2 when Kawhi has sat down. And I believe the plan is going to remain the same when Paul George returns also. Doc Rivers has, I believe, mentioned that there's going to be days where Kawhi and Paul George are probably going to switch days where one of them doesn't play. Because Paul George is another one. He's coming back from an injury also. So I wouldn't push him to the brink also. The regular season does matter, and I believe your standing does matter, especially in the Western Conference. Because right now, the Clippers look at best that they could be from a 2 to a 3 seed. I've heard people say 4, but I'm not going to put them down that much. But once this team is 100% healthy, they're going to be pretty scared. They're going to be pretty damn scary. Let's see what else. Luka Doncic has been playing like he wants to be mentioned in the top 10 players right now, and so far he looks like he's improved tremendously. His step back and his penetration, his playmaking, it's just looking better and better every game. But yeah, so far from what we've seen so far in the season, it's just we're seeing surprises, we're seeing improvements. Jeez, I don't know. It's like, am I running out of things to talk about? No, scratch that. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's starting to get frustrated with himself a lot, and You saw it in the game against OKC. He airballed a free throw and he just tore his jersey like by a little bit. I hate when they exaggerate saying that, oh, he tore his jersey and all that, like as if he just ripped the damn thing off and all that. No, he tore it a little bit out of frustration. And then he broke the OKC sign on the way back to the locker room. So I know he knows that he shouldn't have acted like that, but to me, he's going through what is a mental issue when it's at the free throw line. And I believe he just has to be a little more confident in himself at the free throw line because Giannis is a very dominant player. And so far, aside from what we saw in the playoffs last year against Kawhi, Giannis has been practically unguardable. Giannis has been practically unguardable, and I just love what I see from Giannis every time he plays because he's just not dunking. He's being a playmaker. He's a on-ball defender. He's rejecting shots at the rim. It's like people look at one playoff series and then they say that Giannis is trash or Giannis is overrated. People, he didn't just become the MVP for no reason. And he looks like he's improving. I don't care what people say. He looks like he's improving. He's being more confident in himself, shooting the three. The Bucks have been up and down with their offense because there have been times where their offense looked elite, and then there are times where their offense has just it just grows to it just gets to a point where they look stuck and they don't know what to do. But best you believe their defense has not changed. Their defense hasn't changed. Do they miss Malcolm Brogdon? Yes, they do. But they are making up with it with Wesley Matthews. They're making up with it with Kyle Korver. They made up with it with Giannis's improved play. The Milwaukee Bucks are still an elite team. And speaking of elite teams, the Boston Celtics, I believe, have been the surprise. Well, not surprise, but like they've been that team so far. Unfortunately, Gordon Hayward I believe he fractured his hand. And that was just for me devastating to hear because it was like he was just starting to get back to his Utah Jazz days, but hopefully it's a speedy recovery because it's not as bad as the leg injury, knock on wood. So Gordon Hayward, wish you a speedy recovery and you could get back to balling how you have been so far this season. The Boston Celtics have been looking great offensively and defensively. They this is what the Boston Celtics was supposed to look like last year. But apparently a lot of people just want to blame the whole thing on Kyrie, and to me it's not completely fair. To me it's not completely fair. You have different personnel. You had too many players that needed the ball. I mean, from Kyrie all the way down to Marcus Morris. So there was too many wings that needed the ball, and Jason Tatum is thriving more with Kemba Walker because Kemba Walker is willing to be a playmaker. I don't think Kemba Walker was just gonna go into Boston thinking I'm gonna do the same thing I did in Charlotte. No, he's adjusted more that now he has teammates that can make plays. Now, granted, to me, I think the Boston Celtics have only beaten two good teams so far in the season. I think, what was it, the Toronto Raptors and the Milwaukee Bucks? But yeah, Boston has been playing some good ball. Will this keep up? That's the question. Can the Boston Celtics keep this up? Because they're doing this without Enes Kanter. So, if Enes Kanter comes back, will that ruin the defensive chemistry or will it just enhance it? Because Enes Kanter has not exactly been an elite defender, especially on the pick and roll. So, So who knows from there when it comes to the Boston Celtics? The Miami Heat, as a Heat fan, I have been happy with what I've been seeing from the Heat. They have been balling, especially defensively. Offensively, they're looking incredible. Jimmy Butler has been a great defensive leader, and so far I am loving from what I am seeing. I am loving what I'm seeing from the Miami Heat right now. So far, I think people are even shocked that Miami has been playing as well as they have been playing. I don't care if we lost. I don't care if we lost to the Lakers. Like, I expected us to lose to the Lakers. So, but yeah. What else? What? Oh yes, the trade rumors. The Golden State Warriors have been rumored to have been making deals for DAngelo Russell. And for me, if I'm DAngelo Russell, I'm probably holding a help me sign because DAngelo Russell has been balling. DAngelo Russell has been balling. I don't care what the scores tell you. The final score might be bad, but D'Angelo Russell's numbers aren't. He put up 52 points in 2 30-point games in the past week. And you're gonna tell and you could see why that D'Angelo Russell is just on a bad team. The Golden State Warriors, this roster was just not gonna win a lot of games. Like, you just knew it. They're 2-8. They're officially the worst team in the league. They're officially the worst team in the league. So if I'm D'Angelo Russell, I'm holding a help me sign, because for me, the perfect fit for D'Angelo Russell is the Phoenix Suns. To me, his perfect fit is the Phoenix Suns. I don't know what your opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but to me, D'Angelo Russell, he would. If I had to pick if I was picking a perfect fit for him, it would be Phoenix. But I think they've been in talks with Minnesota, and Minnesota's not a bad choice either. If he gets traded there, I believe if the Warriors are talking to the Minnesota, I believe they would be asking for Robert Covington, Jeff Teague. They'll probably ask for a draft pick or two for D'Angelo Russell. And to me, you would have a core of D'Angelo Russell, Andrew Wiggins, and Karl Anthony Towns. To me, that's not so bad. But if I'm the Timberwolves, I'm holding on to Robert Covington. I am holding on to Robert Covington. I am not giving him to the Golden State Warriors. Nope. And I've also been hearing rumor that the Miami Heat have been talking to the Golden State Warriors. And to me, I don't want to break up what the hell they got right now. So if I hear that they want Bam Adebayo, if I hear they want Justice Winslow, or if I hear or if I even hear that they want shoot. Oh crap. Or if I even hear that they want another key piece in the offense, I'm hanging up the phone. I'm hanging up the phone if I'm the Miami Heat. Because for D'Angelo Russell, I'm not gonna give up. I'm not giving you Bam Adebayo for Willie Cauley-Stein. That is not happening. But another aspect and Charles Barkley mentioned it when it came to Portland. He believes that the Portland Trailblazers should make a trade as of right now, and he believes that they should go for Kevin Love. I've been hearing the Portland Trailblazers trying to get Kevin Love for years, and that's not anything new. The Portland Trailblazers have been rumored to try to make a trade for Kevin Love for like the past couple years now, And to me, he would be a good fit because, again, when it comes to Portland to me is just they need that third option. They don't have a third option. I don't care if you try to mention Rodney Hood, Kent Bazemore, or if you even try to say, oh, watch when Nurkic gets back. They don't have that wing player to. They don't have that wing player or that power forward that they could give the ball to when Dame and CJ are struggling, and they just be like, "Hey, get a couple buckets and try, so see if we can get our offense going." Like I love the dedication that the Portland Trailblazers try to have with trying to keep the same roster, but it just doesn't. They're not showing any improvement from what we saw last year. We're not seeing it, and I agree with Charles Barkley, but I just don't think they're gonna get Kevin Love. I don't believe they're gonna get Kevin Love. Because I think the Cleveland Cavaliers are holding on to Kevin Love for dear life. Because honestly, what else they got right now? But that's it. That's all. That's all the updates I got for the NBA right now. If I didn't mention anything, I apologize. There's just a lot of action going on, and plus, I got other things to do. But yep, this is your boy Jay Varsity, and I am out. Peace.
We got some non-believers out there.
Make believers out of non-believers. Make believers out the overseers.